Salutations, and welcome to a Corrosion Hour exclusive rustadmin training video. In today's video, we will be covering vanilla admin commands. In Rust, admins gain the in-game potential to have some rather powerful interactions with the workings of the world around them, ranging from spawning in any in-game item into existence right in front of their very eyes, to traveling massive distances across the map in a sheer moment. The potential of what can be done is vast. In this guide, while we can't touch on the full potential without spending hours, maybe even days on this subject, we will go over some of the most commonly used commands within the Rust admin toolbox. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of commands, we first need to understand the new utility and navigation of the F1 menu. While players can open this menu and use commands such as combat log or keybind, having admin clearance on a server opens up a whole new world of potential through this menu. By default, you access this menu by pressing F1 on your keyboard. Once done, an overlay will pop up consisting of several options on the top left of your window. Console, where it opens to by default, is where one inputs a wide range of commands and variables. Info displays your computer details and map-specific information such as the seed. Next is Net, which gives further detail pertaining to your connection to the server and packet loss. Items lists all Rust items and gives you the potential to spawn them in for oneself. Tools allows you to toggle world layers for a better in-game view. And lastly, Server displays information such as players, general information, and a view of convars. With all of these, largely most of your time and utility is going to be within the console. Again, while we will only be going over some common types of commands within this video, make sure to check out corrosionhour.com for further details and full command and convar lists. We will start off with admin environmental type commands. These can change the admin's view of in-game weather and time of day. They can be immensely useful when investigating during global nighttime or high fog and storm environments. The debug or free cam allows the admin's camera to essentially fly free from one's own body, or that of someone being spectated. This can be useful when trying to get an idea of a full situation beyond just your initial point of view. Entity-related commands range from checking who placed an entity, who's authed on an entity, and destroying entities. These can be useful for various reasons, but are commonly seen when investigating who owns a base. While the default for opening the console is F1, it can be rebound or bound to clear on open for the ease of copying information. Give commands can spawn items into your own inventory, a specific player's, or the whole server's. Additionally, when adding items to your own inventory, you can utilize items within the F1 menu. When using these commands especially, ensure that the server you're working for allows item spawning or the circumstances in which that's accepted. Whenever you are performing admin tasks, some type of God mode is highly recommended. This prevents you from taking damage or depleting over time. NoClip, while similar to debug, is different in that it allows your specific player character to fly through the air or any in-game object. Print position will give you the exact map coordinates of any player at the specific time of running the command. This can be handy when needing to revisit an area or base location later in an investigation. Often paired with debug, spectating a player is one of the most surefire ways to understand what a player is up to within the game. This can give you several visual perspectives and is extremely valuable when investigating any type of case based off one specific player. Want to find out who someone's on Team UI with? The Team Information command can give you that information when used on one player amongst a group. This is extremely useful when finding out who's working with whom. Traveling around the map can come in several forms as an admin. By far, the most efficient is teleporting. These commands allow you to travel to a player, your map marker, where you're looking, and more. Lastly, we have world layers. The ability to toggle things such as water, trees, buildings, and others can be immensely useful when attempting to understand what a player is looking at. These toggles can also be utilized through either the console with a command or through the tool's UI. Say it's a busy day on the server. There's two groups starting to roam together to break the team limit, another person's yelling about a cheater on the other side of the map, and little Timmy's being called a few too many colorful names in chat. All of these things could warrant admin investigation in action. While being able to properly prioritize is key, a big part of this becomes efficiency. One way to speed up your own process is through the use of keybinds. Instead of typing out the whole teleport to marker for the 7th time this case, keybinds give you the potential to bind that command, or multiple, in a singular button press. The utility of this system is largely customized to each admin, and not every command benefits from this. However, when it does, you may find yourself constantly reaching for a hotkey instead of the whole process of opening your console and typing out a command. We recommend finding what setup works best for you. Now, before you go wild by teleporting haphazardly and spectating unintended players, there are important considerations when applying commands that require some type of player identifier. While you can typically use a typed out player name when using these commands, instead we highly recommend using a Steam ID for any situation you might find yourself in. Usernames can change, or have things such as special characters, spaces, or there can even be players with similar names. All things that could potentially end with an unintended or even damaging outcome. Steam IDs ensure that you're referencing the correct player 100% of the time, and with no fiddly formatting concerns. We understand that this whole new world of potential can be extremely exciting for some, but we just want to take a moment to remind that it does come with its own responsibility. Certain servers may have safeguards to prevent the use of some of these commands. Other owners may just ask that you don't utilize everything within the toolbox. Either way, ensure what you're attempting to do abides within the realm of the server you're working. For any additional information on this and other admin-related topics, please check out our links in the description. If you find our content useful, feel free to like, subscribe, and share it with your team. Until next time.